Okay, as I'm sitting here, it's like I'm trying to kind of keep my mind off of politics and get into more entertaining stuff, but it's like I'm just totally geeking out. It's like I don't want to just rerun everything I said before. I want to I don't know, I kind of want to see what all the darn politicians of this day and age are going to say. But there is one thing I will repeat as many times as people need to hear it, and that's this. If you are a Russian who is affected by the fact that the sun is blinked out for these 3 months during the Northern Hemisphere's winter, I don't need to, I'm just saying, you might tell yourself time and time again that a person just can't live without daylight. But thousands of years of evolution disagree. You can live without daylight. And soon, according to its angular trajectory, the daylight will return. That is all. But, closer to home, okay, what concerns me about Trump and his immigration, deportation, blah, blah, blah plan is, migrant agricultural workers. Now, historically, as a migrant group, some of them have been documented, some of them haven't. We want more of them to be documented, but more importantly, we want to find ways, for them to get a fairer shake. Again, here in, they've been working as agricultural hands in this country since it was Indians, since the Indians ran the place, okay? But, they're actually migrant and transitory people, it's like they share blood with the mighty and noble buffalo people. And so, you really have to, like I said, with all of your tightening or improving of the, brown people who don't speak English welfare system or something, however, the national policy deals with, immigrants, I would hope in particular that the ones that, like I said, have been, transients within Mexico and within the United States would be given the power to, do more than just give a nickel to their damn home village. Their home village would actually be, like Cadillac and nice and cool. But, that's a rerun too. I don't know. I guess that, like I said, I would like to be impressed. I hope that somebody can come up with a plan where everybody wins all the more, but that the divisions in the economy actually work for the people who need help. It's like I said, how can we get the sugarcane farmer, how can we get him a moderate middle class living? It sounds impossible, especially with the way that global commodities markets work. But I believe it can be done, and you know what? I think that in doing it, the American middle class will become unimaginably huge. There's no reason for Mexico not to be as prosperous as California. Okay, and if Mexico was as prosperous as California, then, this wouldn't be a conversation about, are they documented or are they not documented, whatever. It's like, no, they're here to darn pick crops. It's like, what the hell? They've been doing it 1,000 years. And, like I said, it's hard to embed spies and terrorists and shit in those kinds of groups because they're like looking at them funny, being like, well, hey, buddy, you should pick some crops or something. I don't know. But the point is, like I said, as a darn group of immigrants taking jobs Americans don't want, it is not even a matter of Americans not wanting these jobs or not doing them when Mexicans aren't around. It's more a matter of kind of like keeping it as a caste thing, saying $1 here is 10 in Mexico, so I'll just pay you $1. And it's like, I don't want it to work that way, because ultimately the things you can buy for that $10 in Mexico don't do enough for infrastructure. And I kind of want to put that, right at the top and say, hey, the first thing these damn, or, like I said, maybe collect taxes from them while they're here, and then, appropriate that to development funds for these rural Mexican villages. Because I'll tell you, these are things that can get done, like more and more. The good life can be more and more inclusive. China's middle class can be more and more inclusive. But, again, well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm tangenting. I'm not really feeling it. It's like I said, I've said all this before. The important thing is to really impress people with what the government can get done. Because, whether, it's like you're Obama or Trump or blah, 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 I think every person needs to keep the dream alive of a government that works for the people. A government that is in favor of the people that work the hardest, too, because it's like, I'm sick of people saying, it's like, oh, working smart is better than working hard. See that guy who was like just a fucking crop harvester his whole goddamn life? He wasn't working smart enough, and that's why he doesn't deserve to blah, blah, blah. You know what? When that guy gets rewarded for his labor, he tends to do the right thing, Like when they upgrade to a tractor, they stop having 5 kids and bump it down to 3, and they do the shit that people are supposed to do in that situation. We're talking, Central America, Mexico. And because they do the right thing when they are given the opportunity to, I think they should be given the opportunity to. And, like I said, Mexico doesn't have civil services the way the United States does, and it really could. And I think the people that live, throughout rural Mexico, well, like I said, I just think that a very clever improvement to the American investment scheme could make Mexico as wealthy as California and, bring those benefits to its people. And it's like I said, it's like I want to be wowed. I have a dream of a government that works for the common man, and I will tell Trump or Obama that, hitting the ground running on that, making them prosperous, will make America prosperous. They need decentralized renewable energy infrastructure. We manufacture that here. It's true they manufacture it in China, but, well, we have ways. And like I said, I think that this can all be done. And I think that everyone will be better off when it is. Speaking of China, well, like I said, I have a lot of thoughts on that too, but it's like, oh, I'm such a goddamn political addict. All I'm thinking is like, oh, politics. And the world has violence. It's like, but, I'm trying to lighten up and be like, paper bag, put down the cell phone, maybe go talk to a girl once in a while. Come on, it'll be fun. It doesn't have to be the worst thing that ever happened to me. Make friends, volunteer, get a job, do something other than just sit here talking shit to a cell phone with my whole life. And that is something I should really think about.